Hello crafters, I'm here with my new toy, the Memory Misty, the biggest one out there. The Memory Misty comes with two foam pads, one which is thinner to be used with your rubber stamps, and another one that is thicker, and when it comes to your polymer clear stamps, both of the pads are to be used. So it's a little bit different than the original or the Misty, or the original or the Mini Misty. And the reason why I would like to make a tutorial is the fact that I mostly like to use background stamps to make like a full background because I like to make like bigger cards, like 8 by 8 cards, and I like to use my background stamps to have like a continuous stamping. However, it makes it look like a big background stamp. And well, when it comes to Misty, that's absolutely an amazing um, effect when you have your clear stamps. When it comes to the rubber stamps, it's quite tough to figure it out after you actually stamped in the corner. Where am I going to lay my stamp now to have a continuous stamping background? And this is actually a very old retired Stampin' Up stamp. It was a wooden block stamp. And ever since I got my Misty, I mounted all my wooden block stamps, and I used the foam cling to make them to be usable for the Misty. So let's go back to my project. So I would like to use this stamp to be able to stamp at least twice like this and twice at the top. So like I said, it's quite tough because with this being a rubber stamp, I don't know where to reposition now the stamp again because I cannot see through it to have a continuous stamp. So what was my idea for that was to use transparent sheet, which has disappeared from my desktop. This is transparent. There it is. To use transparent sheet with magnet strips to create like a guide for, and you know what, let me use this white sheet so you can see better. So with the magnet strip to create like a guide so I know where to reposition the stamp. This is a regular transparent sheet. It's a type that you can print on, so it's not very thick and it's very bendable, as you can see. So what I want to do is to use some of this magnetic strip to put in the corner, and I'm going to let my Misty help me with properly applying the magnetic strip on my transparent sheet. And for better visibility, we are going to put underneath the white strip, the white paper. I'm going to use my super powerful magnets. Make sure that my transparent sheet is very well butted in the corner. And now let's see how we are going to cut this strip as well. I have here a pair of scissors. Sorry for the reflection of the lamp. There's nothing I could do about that. So I want to make it like a approximately 3 by 3 corner strip. So I'm going to need my pencil in order to mark it down. Okay, it's right here. Let's see if these scissors are going to cut this magnetic strip. Cuts very well. Okay, that's the first one. We are going to take off the sticky part. Okay, and let's see what result we get. I'm gonna use the Misty to help me guide, so I put it absolutely straight. So far, so good. The problem is the magnetic strip is already bent, being in a roll, so it's gonna be a little bit tough to make it listen to stay straight. I need to press it down really hard. So I said I want it on 3 by 3. So since this is 1 inch already, so this will, the second one is going to be a 2 inch strip. And then, okay, all marked, ready to cut. Perfect. Let's once again press it down really hard. Okay. At least we are done here. Okay, remove the magnets. And I'm going to try to make it as straight as possible. It's only because the strip was in a roll, as you could see, so it still wants to keep that rolled shape, and there's nothing you can do about it. I get a feeling this magnetic strip is only magnetic on its own, because I don't feel anything magnetizing when I put it down. So hopefully in time I'm gonna put it in a thick book to press overnight, so that in time this will actually be absolutely straight. I can see that that's alright. This is just a testing page anyway. You can turn it the other way. So now let's see if this really works. The reason why I'm keeping my transparent sheet as big, because it depends on the size of your stamp. So I'm thinking, like, if I have to, my stamp is like, I don't know, see, I can move it across like this, like that, however I want, and this is like flexible to allow me to butt the stamp in that corner. And now let's see if my idea works. So what I'm going to do at first is to actually stamp on my transparent sheet. So what I'm trying to put my stamp right here in the corner, but also to make sure that it's going to fit here in this corner. So I'm taking as guide both the corner created by my magnetic strips as well as the corner of my MISTI. And see, this being a flexible, it tells me that I'm exactly what I need to do. So let's move these two. I should have done this, of course, before. So once again, let's make sure that this is absolutely perfect parity in that corner, which it is. Perfectly here. Now I can close my MISTI to pick up the stamp. Okay. Now I'm going to, of course, ink my stamp. This doesn't have to be a perfect job, like I said. This is just testing. So I really don't care how this comes out, as long as it shows me that it's going to align my design when I'm restamping. So at this point I will quickly stamp my transparent sheet so I can get the print of the stamp, which did not come up so perfect. What's new? Like I said, background stamps are always such a challenge for me. And this is not because of the MISTI right now, it's because of the transparency sheet that is pain in the butt. It just to give me an idea of where to align my stamp because of the, I know, the problem is here. Because the transparency sheet. Maybe if I cut it shorter, but then, you know, I have different size stamps. I'll try and work with this one right now for the time being, just for the testing. Okay, so let's see now. Now we are going to stamp our page. Where are my That's the amazing of MISTI. You can go over and over and over again until you get a perfect image. Plus, I think this ink is a little bit dry too. Although it looks quite wet on the... Oh, I know what went wrong. We forgot to add the thin rubber pad. I'm still used to the MISTI original where this is not required. Duh. Ah, much better. And one more go and we should be good. Alright, it's okay for the time being. Like I said, this is just a test, so I honestly don't care how it looks like for the time being. So now what I'm going to do with my transparent sheet, I'm going to try and align, although it did not stand perfectly, I really don't care about it either, as long as it's going to allow me to align. I still have the strip of the design here, to align my design on the transparent sheet with the design on my that I have already stamped. I'm going to keep it there for a second. Okay. Now I'm going to remove my stamp from the door. Put the stamp into place right here. Make sure it's butted in this corner here, the corner created by the magnetic strips. I'm closing the door, pick out the stamp, removing this, what to use, re-inking the stamp. And this is the moment of truth to see whether this idea works. And probably what I'm going to end up doing, I'm going to go in my stash of stamps, I'm going to measure what's the biggest stamp I have and then cut the transparency sheet to the size that of my biggest stamp. Let's see now. Ta-da! It works. I forgot to put the magnets. Okay, I'm not going to restamp over and over again. Like I said, this is just a test to see if this works. So now what I want to do is to also stamp two pieces here. So let's see first if the stamp fits in, which it does. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to match the last piece of design on my clear transparent sheet with the design here. Then I'm going to reposition the stamp into the corner over there with my magnets, and then I'll pick it up with the board. Okay, stamp picked up. We are removing the transparency sheet. Now we are going to ink the stamp, and let's see what we are going to get. Again, perfection. I cannot believe this. It really works. Maybe you're going to see like it really, the background doesn't really have continuity, but I'm telling you it does. It's just because I haven't restamped the uh, the stamp. I haven't re-inked the stamp, so do it over and over again to make all equal colors background. But like I said, right now I'm just testing to see if this idea works. Honestly, it's the first time I'm trying it with you right now. And one more time. So now we have to make sure that this part of the design and this part of the design are matching the stem to the left and the stem at the bottom. I'm going to pick up my stamp again from the MISTI drawer. I'm going to put it in the corner. With the MISTI. Okay. I'm picking up the stamp. I'm inking my stem now. I know you're supposed to press down and all that, but right now I've got so much of a mess on the right hand side of my desk because I'm at the end of a project that I'm working on. So if I press hard on the door, I'm afraid not to scratch it. So I prefer just to rub the stamp on top for the time being. Let's see. And it really works. Oh my goodness. Yes, it does work. So this is pretty much the tutorial I want to show you to share with you today. Apologies if it looks too much in a hurry. Like I said, it was an idea just crossed through my mind when I was on the train, and I was like so eager to see if it works. I just started working on it before I even tried it. So you got the live version of my idea as it came through my mind. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your patience, and have a great day. Bye bye.